G'day friends, it's Vicky Wright, Independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, Australia. Welcome to our Wednesday Stamp and Create Live. So today, I put up a post yesterday what you would like to see created today, and Christmas cards was the response. So I thought what we'll do today is create a simple and easy Christmas card. But in saying that, it will be probably a little bit non-traditional, if that makes sense, but you'll see as we go along. Okay, so what we're going to be using is the Peaceful Deer stamp set. There is a punch that goes with this, but we're not going to use that. G'day Sharon, how are you? So we're going to use just the stamp set itself. Now, I don't know whether you're aware of it, but as from tomorrow, there is a huge stamp sale happening, with 15% off all stamp sets in the annual catalogue, which means that this one, I think it's about $39, $40. I haven't got my catalogue, which will bring it back to, was it 15%? 40, 39, about $33, maybe a little bit more. Okay, so now, as I said, the card is going to be Christmas, non-traditional colours, but we're going to have a bit of a surprise inside. Okie dokie. So, I'll just bring in all our little bits and pieces. So we're going to use Night and Navy card base, along with basic white. G'day Gloria, thanks for joining us. And Parakeet Party, the Glimmer paper. Okay, so what we'll do first is we'll stick this down. And we're just going to stick this to the bottom of our basic white. Oh, thanks, Sharon. $33.15. There you go. Thank you. Oh, I wasn't far out. So that surprised me. I'll just trim that off. Then what we're going to do is we're going to bring in a piece of Parakeet Party metallic ribbon, okay, and we're going to stick that to the back. Okay, we're going to take it across here and stick it to the back. So I'm just going to grab some tear and tape adhesive. And I'm just going to add a piece to the back. I don't add glue or tape or anything. Sometimes I'll add tape to the ribbon. Well, not to the ribbon where it's going to be added. But this is thin, so I'm just going to let it hang loose across the front. And we'll just add a little bit more of the tear and tape, just so that it's nice and secure and it doesn't come apart. Okay, then what we can do is then add this to our base card. Okay. I've already scored that and burnished it, but so we'll just put that down. Now I'm going to take the ribbon off this tape just so that it sticks a little bit more. And we're going to put that on there like that. Okay. Then we're going to bring in a piece of basic white cardstock, and we're going to be using Parakeet Party, Pumpkin Pie, Garden Green, Coastal Cabana, and Poppy Parade. Now I said this was non-traditional and it is non-traditional. Okay, so we'll leave the Parakeet Party and we'll start off with Pumpkin Pie, I think. And I'm going to be using the image with the 3 trees, okay? And I'll just bring that down a little bit so that I can see it. So that's one. And I want to clean my stamp set, my stamp. Now I still use my good old Stamp and Scrub. I use the chamois, but depends what's on hand at the time. Then we're going to use, let's go for Coastal Cabana, eh? And I'm going to bring that up a little bit, I think. Yep. Put that aside. Clean our image. And I think we will go for, let's do Poppy Parade, eh? Ink that up. Another one done. And our lucky last is Garden Green. Okay. And that's it. I quite like those colours together. Actually, I didn't know how they'd go. But okay, so then what we're going to do is bring in our stars and the Parakeet Party. And we're just going to stamp a couple of stars randomly around just like that. Okie dokie. I'll just clean this. Then what we'll do, bring in a piece of Night and Navy and our adhesive. And we're just going to stick that just like that, so that there's a little piece along the top and a little piece showing along the bottom. And it's nice and even both sides. Okie dokie. Then what we're going to do is bring in some dimensionals. Pop this up. Onto our base card, just like that, making sure it's straight, of course. Now, as I said, it's very non-traditional. It's very bright too, actually, but I don't mind it. Way out of my comfort zone. Then what we're going to do is stamp. We're going to use the little deer, okay? And we're going to stamp that in Night of Navy. Just like that. And while we've got that out, we'll stamp our sentiment with Merry Christmas. I just got to bring this down, sorry. And hope that it's straight. Yep. Clean that. Thanks, Sharon. Yeah, I'm very non-traditional with Christmas cards. Now, they're our stamping, but through the magic of TV, I've already cut them out. Okay, I've cheated a bit. So what we're going to do is pop this up with mini dimensionals. Yeah, you've got to try these things, eh? And I never know what the colours will look like. I just randomly pick colours and go for it. So we're going to stick this probably about there. Yeah, I'm quite liking that now. And we'll stick our little deer to the left side. And we'll give it a couple of dimensionals, minis, with a little bit of glue on the top. And we'll just stick it right there. Okay. Like that. Then what we'll do to finish it off is to bring in some our rhinestones, and we'll just put a couple on, I think, just to bling it up. 1, 2, 3. You know what? Let's do some more. Let's put that there, right on the top there. And I'll just grab one more. And we might just put that about, whoops, there. And that is our card nearly done. But as I said, this has got a bit of a surprise inside. Okie dokie. So we're going to bring in a piece of basic white cardstock, fold it in half, okay, and I'm going to actually create a pop-up inside. So what we're going to do is sort of try and grab the middle, which is probably grab the pen with no I don't have one. Okay, I'll just do this very lightly. About here. Okay, and then we're going to do about one each side of it. And we're going to go down about 1.5 inches. Maybe 1.25. Okay, then I'm going to grab my scissors and I'm just going to cut down to those dots. Then I'm going to grab my ruler again. Now, if I had done that in pencil, I would have been able to rub those dots out. And I'm just going to score that line. Well, I've done it a bit wider, but that's okay. And fold that back. Open this up very gently. Let it pop out. I'm just going to fold this back a bit so that it's nice and crisp. Okay, and that's our little pop-up. Then what we're going to do is stick this down. One side, I always do one side first. Everyone has their different ways of doing it. And I'm just going to sort of centre that, hoping that it's in the middle. Close it up and try and stick that down. So that's that once, the top done. And we're going to repeat the same for the bottom part. Once again, just closing it up. Very gently. And that is the inside of our card done. Okay? Then what I've done is I've taken the large Christmas tree from the stamp set, or it's not Christmas tree, but the large tree, and I've stamped that in 3 different colours and fussy cut it. So Pool Party, Garden Green, and Poppy Parade. So what we'll do, hoping I just wasn't sure whether they'd all fit, but we'll make them fit. Actually, what I should do is put the middle one down first, eh? So just, whoops, very gently stick that down, and then very gently add that one. And then again. Now, if you wanted to, you could add a little bit of Winker Stella or decorations, stamps and decorations on these trees. You could also put a bit of bling, but I wouldn't do that because it's going to make your card very, very thick and bulky. Okay, so that is our card. As I said, it's very, very non-traditional, but I'm liking the colours, and then opening up and you'll have that inside. Okay, but in saying that, I've also, hold on, I've just got to find it. Here it is. Created the same one in, what's this one? Tahitian Tide. Okay, so, and then open this one up, and that's it there. I've just used one tree inside, and it's been stamped in Pear Pizzazz. So the base card is Pacific Point. I've stamped that in Pacific Point, Pear Pizzazz, Mango Melody, Petal Pink, and the deer is Early Espresso, and Tahitian Tide. Okie dokie, so there are our 2 cards for today. Okay, thanks so much for joining me. And as I said, if you grab this set tomorrow, it's, what'd you say, Sharon? $33.15. So it's 15% off. Thanks very much, everyone. I appreciate it. And see you later. Hooray.